sleepy. You're getting very, very sleepy. That's right. Now, the thing about hypnotism is it doesn't really work that way. And one person actually asked a question: is it true that when you go into hypnosis, souls or ghosts might possess you? I'm like, what? No! Generally speaking, right, people think about hypnotism, we think about the mind control, or we think about black devil's magic, we think about the con man on the street. Now, what happens is this: when we talk about hypnotism, we go into a few classes. There is self-hypnosis, where we do hypnotism on ourselves. Then there is hypnotherapy, where we use hypnosis to do therapy for other people, to help people resolve their issues. So generally speaking, there's actually a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And when we talk about hypnotism, we are bringing the conscious into the unconscious to solve problems. Hypnotism only works when you want it to work. We cannot hypnotize you against your ethics or values. Now, there's also one more misconception. So I used to go networking, business networking, and they always ask, do you do that thing? And no, I don't do that. Now, the thing is this: in traditional hypnosis, we use the pocket watch to help you focus. So, other than the pocket watch, I can ask you to focus on my hand, on your own hand, on a spot on the wall, on a light. So we can actually do this. As long as you have extreme focus, you're able to enter into the unconscious mind much more easily. On a particular day or night, me and my dad just watching TV. He was drinking at a point in time, asking me to remember to study and stuff like that, and take care of our family and stuff. Even back then, we were practicing hugging and kissing goodnight. That's our way of family. So I felt very sleepy and I wanted to go to sleep. And then I hugged him, kissing goodnight. He hugged me a little bit more tighter than normal, and then he said again, remember to take care of the family. And then the next morning, my mom woke me up with the sentence, "King, your dad killed himself." I was shocked. Couldn't believe it. I always seen him as a very strong person, and I got up, I went out to the living room and I saw him on the floor. And my mom shared that my dad, he actually hanged himself in the balcony. There were some members of my extended family that sort of blamed me for not recognizing that my dad was going to kill himself. They were thinking that the way he hugged me was a signal. But now, overcome with grief and guilt, I started to withdraw from the world. I guess I wanted to escape from that reality. Even from the very beginning, I wanted to escape from the reality that my dad just killed himself. It was particularly traumatic. So I had like a post-traumatic stress disorder, I fell into depression. I didn't even know that I was going through this kind of mental health issues. I just suffered all the way through. It wasn't until many years later I learned about neurolinguistic programming. In the NLP course, they talk about the history of NLP and how hypnosis was incorporated into it. So it got me wondering, hey, wait a minute, I thought hypnotism was black magic, but now they're talking about how hypnosis was incorporated to NLP. So it seems to suggest there's more of a science or psychology behind it. So I was very curious and I decided to explore the topic of hypnotism. And so when I actually decided to work on myself, look into my own mind, how I actually formulate all this anxiety, depression and stuff, and figure out which techniques to use to solve my problems. That made me realize, hey, wait a minute. If we can put a name to it, it means I can solve it. Some of the times when I think back about my past, about different incidents, there will be moments where you feel like crying, you feel hurt, you feel pain. And when I actually do the hypnotism on myself to resolve my issues, when I think about those same things, I realize that the pain has perhaps reduced or it has completely gone away. I feel more peace and happiness. After I worked on myself, I decided to, hey, you know what? I got this pretty cool skill set. So why don't I just help some people? When we understand how the mind works, how words can influence the mind, then to a certain extent, everybody's hypnotizing everybody. I want to raise this awareness that actually hypnotism is not something that is like, oh, so scary or whatever. That is why with each client, I will always give them time to share their issues so that I can understand how their mind works. And I think that having my own experience with so much, when they share their experiences with me, I can understand a little bit better, and I think I can help them better.